Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple Spoken English. I hope you're all doing well and excited to learn something new today. If you're someone who wants to speak English fluently, confidently, and naturally, this lesson is for you. Today, I'm going to teach you how to think in English, which is a crucial step in becoming a fluent English speaker. We all know how frustrating it can be when we have to stop and translate sentences from our native language to English before speaking. It slows us down, makes us feel less confident, and often leads to mistakes. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could skip that translation process and just think in English from the start? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's possible. By following 4 simple stages, you can train your brain to think directly in English. Trust me, this will make a huge difference in how you speak. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so you won't miss any of our lessons designed to help you on your journey to fluent English. Let's dive into today's lesson on how to think in English. Stage 1 is all about thinking in verbs, the action words that describe what's happening around us. Why start with verbs? Because action surrounds us, and by thinking about what's happening in English, we can start forming sentences in our minds more quickly. Imagine you're walking through Central Park in New York City. You see people running, talking, a dog chasing a ball, and someone feeding pigeons. Each action, run, talk, chase, feed, can be noted mentally in English, even if you're just observing from the side. You can do this anywhere, from a street in Tokyo to a cafe in Paris. Even at home, you can practice by imagining scenarios or using pictures, identifying actions like cooking, cleaning, or washing dishes. A great practice tip is to spend 5 to 10 minutes each day thinking in verbs, choosing different places to focus on the actions around you. This practice will train your brain to think about actions in English, making it easier to describe what's happening in the moment. In stage 2, we move on to nouns, naming the world around us. If you can think of the names of people, places, things, and ideas in English, you'll be another step closer to fluent thought and speech. Imagine standing by the Sydney Opera House, observing the building, harbor, tourists, and boats on the water. Each of these nouns adds detail to your thoughts in English. You can do this wherever you are, even at home, identifying objects like a table, chair, book, or laptop. Another way to practice is by naming what you're carrying, like a phone, keys, and wallet. Spending a few minutes each day naming objects in English, whether at home, outside, or traveling, will help you think more naturally in English. Thinking in English is essential for fluency. Translating from your native language creates a delay and reduces confidence because you have to pause to think before speaking. When you practice thinking in English, you eliminate that translation step, so your thoughts will naturally form in English. This will make conversations, expressing ideas, and responding to questions faster and more fluid. Imagine being in a job interview where you're asked to describe a challenging situation. Thinking in English allows you to respond immediately and confidently. The same applies to everyday conversations, presentations, or even ordering food. Thinking directly in English will make speaking smoother. Here are some practical exercises to help you develop this habit. Spend 10 to 15 minutes each day observing your surroundings and describing them in English, or try describing photos from a magazine or your album in English. Write a daily journal entry in English, describing your day with as much detail as possible. If you don't have anyone to practice speaking with, talk to yourself about topics like your favorite movie, how to make your favorite dish, or your plans for the weekend. You can also set language challenges by committing to think only in English for short periods, gradually increasing the time. Learning to think in English is a journey that requires patience and consistent practice. The more you engage with English, the more natural it will feel. By following these 4 stages, thinking in verbs, nouns, sentences, and paragraphs, you'll build a strong foundation for fluency. Remember, success comes with daily practice, even if it's just a few minutes a day, and every mistake is an opportunity to grow. So, are you ready to take the next step in your English learning journey? Start practicing today, and soon you'll be thinking in English like a native speaker. Thank you for joining me in today's lesson on Simple Spoken English. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming lessons. Keep practicing, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next lesson. You said, next is Stage 3, Thinking in Sentences, where we combine verbs and nouns. This step helps you describe what's happening around you in full sentences. Start with simple ones. No need for complexity. If you're in Cape Town observing Table Mountain, you could think, the tourists are climbing the mountain. The sun is shining. The wind is blowing. These short sentences effectively describe the scene. As you become more comfortable, you can lengthen your sentences to provide fuller descriptions like, a group of tourists is taking pictures of the monument, some listening to their tour guide while others check their maps. This stage gets you accustomed to thinking in sentences instead of isolated words, making it easier to form sentences automatically when you're speaking. Try to spend 10 to 15 minutes each day describing your surroundings in sentences wherever you are. The final stage, Stage 4, is thinking in paragraphs. Here we bring everything together, creating detailed descriptions of scenes and events. Imagine visiting the Great Wall of China. I'm standing on the Great Wall, and the view is incredible. The mountains stretch out as far as I can see, and the wall winds its way across the landscape. There are tourists around me taking pictures, speaking in different languages, and a cool breeze is blowing. By combining verbs, nouns, and sentences, you create a vivid picture in English. Try imagining a busy market in Istanbul, describing it in detail, or a cozy cafe in Amsterdam. This practice will make thinking in English feel natural and allow you to express yourself in more coherent and fluent ways. Each day, try describing your day in a paragraph, starting from the moment you woke up and including everything you did. Daily practice in forming paragraphs will not only help you think in English, but also improve your ability to recall and describe events in detail. If you're like this lesson and want to continue improving your English, please hit the like button. It really helps us reach more people who are also on their journey to learning English. And don't forget to subscribe to Simple Spoken English and turn on the notification bell. That way you'll never miss a lesson and you can keep building your fluency, confidence, and natural English skills with us.